this is Macy with Quaint NeedlArts, and welcome to my third floss tube. Today is October the 21st. So today I have quite a bit to show you and to talk about, and the most exciting thing being my HAED, my Heaven and Earth design is finished. Super excited, super excited, but also a little bit sad. Alright, so first thing I'm going to start with is just thanking you all again for taking the time to watch my first two videos. I just want to thank you so much for doing that and leaving me. All the comments you've left are just so nice and sweet. Sorry. They're so nice and sweet and just encouraging, really, so thank you so much for taking your time to do that. And now I'm going to answer the one question that several of you asked me, and that is how I have time to do as much stitching as I do with 3 small children and being the one that takes care of them. And really, the answer to that is I take time to stitch. I just do. I make sure I have time to stitch, even with taking care of the children. I mostly stitch after they go to bed at night, and I stay up way too late. I'm a night owl. I don't sleep well, so I stay up and I stitch and watch Flosstube. So that's what I do, and that's what I need to do in this season of my life to stay sane. So I stay up really late. I also stitch anytime I can throughout the day, just because I don't, like, if I'm not doing anything, I don't want to just sit there and stare at the wall or at my phone. So if we're not doing anything, I'll pick up my cross stitch, and if it's only for 15 minutes, I mean, it all adds up. So that's how I get a lot of stitching done, even though I don't feel like I do, but I guess maybe it looks like I do. I don't know. I feel like I've been working on this HAED for so long. I've only finished like maybe 5 other things this year, so that's what I do. I stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning because I need to stitch. I need to be by myself with no one messing with me or touching me or anything like that, except for my cat. My cat is allowed to cuddle at night. Alright, well, there's past that, and I hope that doesn't sound rude or anything. I do take time to stitch. So I'm going to show you my, get this up, my finished little pin drum and my little design called the Sunflower Village pin drum. Can you see that? The camera's so far away I can't even see it. Guys, I have horrible eyesight. I cannot even see. Why is it so far away? Okay. Hope it's not blurry, but it's just a little village with big sunflowers. And this is the first time I ever finished a pin drum, so while it's not perfect, I'm pretty happy with it. So the finishing supplies I used for this, and what I used to stitch it on, is 40 count mallow by Zweigart. It's the cheap linen on 1, 2, 3 stitch, but it's very thick and pretty good for standing up to being a drum. The pins are by just another button company. Mini pin set. Which one is this? Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. I can't remember. There's something about an autumn farm or something like that. And then the trim is Lady Dot Creates Jack. And all this pretty orange, light orange. Now I got these from an Etsy shop called Annabella's. Here's her card. I got them from here because I could get both things I was looking for and only paying shipping once. And I like to try out new little stitching shops on Etsy. It's Annabella's Cross Stitch Quilting and Needlework. And it says on here that she has a floss tube, so I'll have to look that up. There. Watch on Flosstube. It's pretty cool. So that's where I got those. and got stuff in my lap. Sorry, lost my thought. What am I trying to say? Oh yes, I watched the finishing tutorial on YouTube by Vonna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. She has great tutorials, so that's where I learned how to make this. Now, I'm actually allergic to tree nuts and peanuts, so it doesn't have walnut shells like she uses in a lot of her things. It just has regular, like, stuffed animal stuffing. What is it, like, that polyfill stuff? It's just that squishy stuff, but I stuffed it pretty full, so it still feels pretty firm. And I did the cardboards on the bottom and the little floof on the top. But I tried my best. And I think it looks okay. So yeah, these are mini pins by Just Another Button Company. There's a little package of mini pins that they came in. So that was my first finish. And I hope, not done talking about it yet, my goodness. I hope I can get it together, guys. I'm so sorry, y'all. This pattern is a pattern that I designed, Quaint Rose NeedleArts, and it's going to be a free pattern. I think I'm going to set up a Gumroad. Is that what it's called? Somebody told me that, but I can't find the comment anymore. But I think I'm going to set that up to put the free PDF on. So if you'd like to stitch it, I'll put the link in the description whenever I get it set up. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a cover photo for my pattern. I'm not super tech savvy. Surprisingly, I'm not. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my next finish. My most exciting. I've been working on for a year and a month. 13 months. Princess asleep. Well, how can I show this? There she is. All finished. Every last stitch. And I loved stitching her so much. And last night I finished her at like 11:30, and I'm not gonna lie, I just sat there and I was looking at her like, kind of like I just lost a friend. Like, I'll never put another stitch in you, and we've been through so much together. I was kind of sad. So then I just went on the Heaven and Earth Designs website and started looking to see what I want to do next. I was sad. It's just sad not to ever put another stitch on her again. I was gonna try to see if she does have a cry neck, or it called for cry neck, but I used Petite Treasure braid. It's in her face around her nose, but I can't tell if you can see it in the cat. It looks like it's just getting bright. It's on her face, it's in her shirt a little bit, and in some of the wings of the moths. There's not a lot of it, but it adds a little bit of a pretty touch, I think. Not that you can really tell it's there, so if you wanted to stitch her and you thought that was weird, I did too, but I did it anyway. I did it anyway because I figured Heaven and Earth Designs knows what they're talking about. So, this is stitched on just a 28 count white even weave that I got from Hobby Lobby. That's Zweigart orange stripe. And I stitched it 1/1, full crosses. I used, it's not DMC, it's the C, is it CXC? That people were using the cheaper brand from China a few years ago. I don't know if people are still using that or not. But when I bought this in 2018, I bought it in 2018 or 2017 when I kitted it up, and that's what a lot of people are using, so I decided to try it out. Because, you know, young mom with children, a lot cheaper, and it stitched beautiful. I mean, it stitches beautiful. It's thicker than DMC. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But I'll have to look it up. But I got it from AliExpress. Here's a skein of it. It doesn't say on its little tag. But I ordered those. I ordered them from AliExpress, and I ordered like 4 projects at one time, and it was so cheap. It was so cheap. I don't know what they cost now. I don't even remember what they cost then. I just remember being like, heck yeah, I'm gonna kit up 4 HAED. 3 HAEDs and another one, but and the floss is beautiful. It's what I mean. It looks beautiful. You can't even tell that it's not DMC. It's just a cheap brand. I don't know. And like I said, I don't know if they sell it anymore. I know I got it from AliExpress, but I would be interested to know if they did, so I'll have to look that up. Because it stitches really pretty, it's smooth, it's shiny, in some cases there's like some big like slubs on it, but I just cut those off and make sure I didn't use them, so it was okay. It was okay. it worked out great. So is that all I wanted to tell you about my HAED? Oh, also, this is the regular size Princess Asleep by Yvonne Gilbert. Somebody did ask me that. It's the regular size. I'm trying to remember everything. I'm so scatterbrained. I'm so sorry. Super scatterbrained. Super scatterbrained mom. Yeah, it's the regular. It's the regular. It's not max colors or anything like that. It's just the regular old 90 colors. Yeah. And I stitch... I was going to tell you how I stitch it. I stitch cross-country across 2 pages at a time so that I don't get a page seam. So I stitch across 2 pages, cross-country style. And usually what I'll do is I'll find the biggest block of color, like the blacks in here, and stitch all that first. And that would be like the only thing I have to count. And then the rest of it I just fill in around. And so to me, it feels like it went really fast. Really fast. Now I started this 3 times before I settled on what fabric and how I wanted to stitch it. I tried doing a block at a time. I tried parking. None of that. That doesn't work for me. I just like to stitch cross country across 2 pages because that's what I can comfortably. I stitch on the paper pattern. By the paper pattern. I prefer paper. I prefer paper over PDFs and Pattern Keeper. I tried Pattern Keeper. It didn't work for me. I prefer highlighting with a lighter color all the stitches that I want to do and then going over them with a darker color. And that's how I do it. But I can comfortably fit 2 pages on my Q-snap with needle minders, and so that's how I like to do. Cross country across those so that I get minimal like page bump or anything like that. Now, this is a little bulky because that particular floss is thicker than DMC, because I did have to use a few DMC colors that they didn't send me everything I ordered, but that's okay. It was only like 2 colors that I had to use DMC, and using it against it you can tell it is thinner, but obviously you can't tell now. Well, that is all stitched up. Okay, I guess that's enough HAED talk, but I'm very excited that HAED is done, and it's so beautiful. I can't believe how clear and beautiful it is. That's my first ever full coverage project. So it took me a year and a month to stitch it, and I stitched on it pretty much every day. I mean, of course, maybe like 4 days out of the month I didn't stitch on it because I decided that I was too tired or watched a movie with my husband or something like that instead. Some months more, some months less, just depending on what was going on. For a few hours. A lot of hours, to be honest. Okay. Now, I'll show you my other whips. First, I'm going to show you just little acorns because I have another one too. I can grab it. Okay. So I'm still working on the acorns by the Prairie Schooler. Go back a little bit. Sorry about that. Like, okay, yeah. So I have 3 of them done. This one, well, they're stitched. They're not acorns, obviously. This cute little guy. It's pretty. This little cornucopia. Yeah, not super my style, but I guess it's just the acorns that I'm attracted to because I would never stitch this otherwise, but it looks really pretty. And this, oh, I showed this last time, but there he's just so cute, so there he is again. So those are the DMC on 32 count raw linen by Swagger. That's really all I have going on with that one. I'll start some more this week. Oop. Oh man, trying to. Okay, and then I only worked for like a day on this, but I figured I'd show it to you anyway because I'm gonna start working on it more now that my Heaven and Earth design is finished. And it's May These Lines Are Relic Proof by Cross Stitch Antiques. They have such beautiful charts, and the patterns are such high quality. They're awesome patterns, really stiff and great. Okay, you'll have to excuse my ugly Q-snap felt. So what I worked on, wow, can I see? I can't see what I'm doing. I worked on this this corner of the border to get it filled in, and I started the second butterfly. Ew, I just love this. I love flowers and the little birdie guy. I love flowers. So that's all I got done on that, just a little bit. Finish this whole rose corner right here and that. This is stitched with the called for DMC, so that's what, this pink is the color they told me to stitch it with, even though it looked red in the pattern. That's, yeah, that's the color that it's called for. I didn't change that. It's beautiful. It's 36 count vintage autumn gold by Lakeside Linens. And I bought the kit from Cross Stitch Antiques website, so cute. Oh. Speaking of my cat, this is my kitty cat, Link. Linky. This is my favorite little guy. My husband would say my favorite thing in the house is this cat, and he's probably right. Yeah, buddy. He's heavy. He's a year old, big cat. All right. I do have another cat, his sister. Her name is Zelda. Link and Zelda. My husband named them from a video game. Not what I would have chose, but it's okay. Where am I now? Wow, I wrote a lot of okay. Now I'm going to show you my start on my own reproduction sampler. So I'm just going to show you the original first. I took it out of the frame so I could get a better look at it. So here it is out of its frame. Oh man, I love it. Oh, it's such a pretty faded color. Unfortunately, someone glued it to a board, so I couldn't see what the red might have looked like originally. So I chose to just pick a faded red, and I picked the best I could since I don't have a NeedleWorks store and I couldn't, actually see the colors. The colors are never what they seem. The ones that are dark are actually light, and the ones that are light are actually dark. Like, you never know what you're gonna get. Anyway, I never know what I'm gonna get. So, here's my start on it. Sorry. Just little, petite little stitches. See that okay? I'm stitching it on 40 count straw by Weeks Dye Works. Thought it looked, it's not exact as I would like, but like I said, I don't have any way to to look at the colors together. But it's one of those things where you can stitch it with any color you want because it's just monochrome. There is one other color at the bottom that's like a goldish color, but this is the silk I'm using. Wow, it looks bright on here. It's it's got some nice variegation. It's Worn Brick Path, a Thread Gatherer's Silk in color, and yeah, that's what I'm working on. And it's so funny because in some of these places it's almost like the same girl didn't stitch it, because some places she went crazy. On this border right here, she went crazy. Like she skipped so many fabric threads that it's not even. I charted it just 2 over 2, and she had like 3 over 2. She had, in some cases, I guess she was just trying to make the border meet, and it was like 4 over 2, and I was like, whoa, I can't do that. So I straightened it up so that it would just be 2 over 2. She didn't end all her borders evenly on this side, but good grief, hang on. I need a, somebody tried to call me again. Spam calls, good grief. But yeah, that border, and there was somewhere else, this border too, there was one place she messed up. She must have been stitching in the dark on this one, I don't know. It's funny, it's beautiful. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, I'm stitching it, like I said, on 40 count straw and Worn Brick Path, silken colors. So pretty. Wow, that looks, it doesn't, okay, maybe I'm just, I don't know. Does it look that bright in real life? I don't think so. I don't think so. Sorry if you hear the baby. He's supposed to be taking a nap, but he's kind of in a, okay, he's in terrible twos, to be honest. He is lost his mind. He's lost his mind. Okay, so those are my whips. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, he is in his crib though, so he's fine. Okay, is something, another design that I've been working on, and I couldn't get, I couldn't get my printer to work. It's having some kind of issue, so I couldn't print off the picture to show you like I wanted to. And wow, this is not, if this doesn't work, I'll edit it out. Oh, no. Let's see. Will you work? That did. How do y'all do this, y'all? Probably just know how to work things. Okay, turn down the light. Is that how you do it? Let's see. No. Sorry. Okay. I'm not a tech-savvy young person. I'm just not. Okay. Wow. It's not a good representation of it, but this is a design I've been working on, called Rejoice Evermore. So, it is designed with black, but of course it's monochrome. You can stitch it in whatever color you like. My little girls, they were sitting at the table with me when I was working on it, and I was asking them what I could put in these spots up here, and my 5-year-old, her name is Riley, she said, maybe a really big rainbow. And I was like, that's not exactly what I'm going for. So then she said, how about a bird with a really sparkly strawberry in its mouth? And I was like, hey, that's a good idea. I'm not gonna make it sparkly, but we'll give him a little strawberry. So she helped me on the design too, which I think is really cute. And we just got just an ordinary alphabet, and this one took me forever. I hope it's not too weird. And wow, I'll put up a picture of it. I'll insert a picture of it here so that hopefully it will look better than that. But because that's not a good picture. But I wanted to show you in case, because of Jacob from Modern Folk Embroideries hashtag going on in November, hashtag Black Sampler November, where everyone's going to be stitching black samplers. In case you wanted to try a new designer sampler out, I thought I'd go ahead and show you. I'm going to be stitching it on ale, just a piece of ale. I think this one right here, I think it's 36 count. I hope it'll fit on this. I'm not sure if it will. Let me tell you the stitch count. It's 154 wide by 189 high. And so, I don't know if that'll fit on that. Darn it. It might. If it doesn't, that means I gotta order some fabric. Cause I wanna stitch it. I wanna start it. And the black thread I'm going to be using is, I didn't even read what, Black Raven by XG Designs. I have a few skeins of this left over from a project I did. So, I have a few skeins of this. It's pretty, it's just cotton. Just gonna see if you could see, it's got a little variegation, but I'm not sure. The camera seems to just be like exploding everything with light. So I'm gonna be doing that. And the other black samplers I considered, which, I mean, if I'm gonna be real with myself, I'm not gonna be probably, actually, I might start one, but let me tell you what they are. Okay. The other ones that I really liked was Nessie Mitchell 1929 by Mama Loves You GB. That one's a really cute little one. And it looks doable, but with my other one, I don't know. I really like it though, it's really pretty. And then the other one by Modern Folk Embroidery himself, Jacob. I really love his AIO 1844. That was really beautiful. And I love it in black. I don't hear most of my things that I'm stitching are monochrome. I don't stitch monochrome things that often, or maybe I do. And maybe I'm kidding myself, and maybe I do. I don't know. I do love them. I just, I get kind of bored stitching one color because I like confetti. So I like changing colors. But those are some of my favorite black samplers that I'm looking at for hashtag Black Sampler November. So again, if anyone would like to stitch my black sampler, Rejoice Evermore, I'll have it in my Etsy shop, which I'll link below. Okay. Now, I thought I would talk a little bit about what I'm going to do for my next HAED. This last one, it took up a lot of my year, and I'm okay with that. But I think for the rest of this year, I'm going to just work on some of my samplers because I really miss getting work done on those. And I think I'm going to start my next HAED in 2022, probably the beginning of it. So, I thought I would just go over some of my considerations and see if any of you could help me decide, because we know how Heaven Earth designs, it's so hard. There's so many beautiful designs to choose from. It's so hard to choose one. So hard. And I want it to be the right one. since I'm going to be stitching on it for so long. Wow. Oh, I just said all that, and now the photos that I was just seeing are not there. Okay. What? What in the world? Well, now I can't remember which ones they were. That makes me sad. Okay, well, I'll talk about the ones I do remember. There are, okay, apparently I really like Yvonne Gilbert's art style because most of the ones I chose are from them. I'm not, so the first one, wow, and they're all like the same, they're all like the same thing. I'll put pictures up here because my pictures are gone. So, oh, they were literally just here. I just looked at it to make sure that they were gonna show up. Oh wow. Guy, I need help. I just accidentally switched. Okay, okay. Just a second. Okay. Now the first one, let's scoot over here a little bit so I can put pictures up here. I really love is called Frog Prince 4 by Yvonne Gilbert. It's pretty similar to the one I just finished with the flowers and the lady, but that one's a big consideration. And then the next one is Frog Prince, just Frog Prince YG by Yvonne Gilbert. Now this one, if I did this one, I would just stitch it on white fabric, so it wouldn't even have a background, so that is really appealing to me. And it's another lady with a tear in her eye. I don't know what it is with me. I love the way that this person drew the faces, so I think they're really pretty. And the third consideration is Frog Prince 1. I love this. I love the old dresses, the flowers, the crowns. I don't know how I'm gonna decide because looking at them again, I just don't know. Wow. Okay, this one is what does that say? The Arrival of Spring in Sea by Natasha. I need to learn to read because I don't know what that says, but I'll put it on the screen. I love the birds in her hair. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna decide. I really don't. Well, this one's a little different. This is Flora by Art of the Antiquities, I guess. I like the flowers in the dress and the fact that it looks so like old and vintagey. And okay, and then this, there's more, but I somehow I sadly deleted my cart on Heaven and Earth Designs, and I couldn't remember everything I put in it, and I should have just added it to a wish list. Okay, but the last one, well, I have another one over here that's already kitted up. But this one is, I don't know why I like it. I don't know why. Because it's not like me at all. It's super bright, it's super fantasy, and it's Autumn Castle Festival by Con Rose. I love the colors. I love it. The thing is that I just don't know where I would hang that, but I think at some point I'm just gonna buy that just to have it because I love the colors. I love the colorful dragon and the blimpy thing in the air. That's so cool. And maybe you know what? I bet I could stitch that for my girls and they can hang it in their room. And I can still look at it when I go in there. I think, but I also, I can't decide because I want to stitch something that I can hang on my wall, that I want to hang on my wall. And that's usually like, I'm pretty into like the old, crusty, rusty, antique, kind of like muted colors. That's what I like. So that one is very out there for me. And then one that I actually own and have it kitted up, and I kitted it up back when I kitted up Princess Asleep, and it's also by Yvonne Gilbert. Is Moses and the Bulrushes. And I also love this. I just, for some reason, I was just thinking, it's big. Well, it's only 8 pages more than the one I just did. It's 48 pages instead of just 40. But I started thinking, do I want a massive, I don't know, do I want a massive her on my wall? Probably. I don't know how well you can see it. She's very pretty, and little baby Moses in the basket, and the birds. I don't know, maybe I should just start this one that I already have. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all can help me decide in the comments below. Maybe you can just tell me which one is your favorite out of those, and I can take a closer look. But man, it's hard to decide because I have well, I have Moses and the Bulrushes. Like, I have all the threads. There's not all of them. Some of them are already on bobbins because I started bobbinating that a long time ago when I thought I was going to stitch the Haids, and then I tried the Haids, and the Haids freaked me out, so I put them in the Tupperware for 2 years. Yeah. I think a lot of people might do that. I did. Then I got the courage to try again, and it was magic. So, that is my Haid debacle. I don't know which one to stitch. I want to stitch them all. But I only want to start one at a time. Do I though? I don't know. I have time to decide because I'm going to start it in 2022. Probably in January, but in 2022. Okay, so. Can't forget about the giveaways. I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the video. I do have the winners though. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about maybe the video schedules that I want to kind of adhere to, sort of. Like, I would like to do it every week because it gives me something to look forward to as a stay-at-home mama who doesn't, y'all, I don't leave the house. I don't get to leave the house, so unless I go to my mom's house to decorate cakes, which I do have to do this week. But so it gives me something to look forward to, honestly. I'd like to do it every week. May not be the same day every week, and that's okay, right? So I'll probably try to upload a video every week at some point whenever I don't have to make cake and when my toddler is not losing his mind, and when I have things to show. So it'll just be kind of like that, just whenever I can, but hopefully every week, because it really helps my mood to have something like that to look forward to be able to interact with some people, some adults that aren't little kids yelling at you all day. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do... Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab the patterns real quick. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Still learning everything I have to remember to bring in here. Alright, so the first one we're gonna do is Ottoman Cup. Ottoman Cup. By Kor Ibatakor, and there were 17 comments. I searched for the word autumn because most people used that one without any accidental misspelling. 17 comments, did I say that? The winner is Judy Davis. So thank you, Judy Davis. You left me such a very, very, very sweet comment. So I'm so glad you won this, and I hope you enjoy it. I sure did. So I guess you can send me an email to quaintroseneedlearts@gmail.com, and I'll put it in the description below so you can see that. And just let me know your address so I can know where to send it to. Then the next one is Halloween on the Farm by Kathy Beck. Ooh, this one is very cute, very fun, and little. It's had 19 comments. I searched the word farm. I did the YouTube random comment generator in case anybody wants to know, and no, I'm not showing it because I wanted to figure it out, but I promise I'm not ripping anyone off. I did the first name. I'm not like that, okay? So the winner of this one, did I say there were 19 comments? I think I did. So the winner of this one is Allegro Stitches. So, just send me, oh my goodness, send me an email at Quaint Rose NeedleArts and let me know where I need to send this to, and I'll get it out to you. Okay. Oh, I feel kind of sorry for y'all this week if you're watching this. I'm having a heck of a time. Okay. UPS. Look at me. There's something sitting right here that I wanted to show you. Good Lord have mercy. Okay. Is it upside down? No, it is not. I wanted to show you the next sampler that I'm going to start working on. Ooh, it's big. It's a little bit, it's bigger. Okay. I wanted to show it to you before I took it out of the frame, so, oh, giving you my TV reflection. I hope I'm not showing you my messy kid house. I tried to get it all in, but it's long. Now this one it doesn't have the girl's full name. It has, wow, I'm so sorry with this glare. It has Katie, I believe it says. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. It's really little. It's right down here. Yeah. But you know, it looks like a K, but it looks like she has an H in this, so I wonder if it's a K or an H. I wonder if it says Hattie or Katie. I'll have to look at it closer when I take it out, but it's from 1847, and all this down here is over one. Okay, hang on. I can't get close enough. Woo, where I'm sitting, fall off the chair. Okay, it's all over one. This alphabet that looks floral. It's beautiful, but it's all over one. All these little motifs. There's a bird. Wow, my arm is cramping up. Okay, that's sad. I'm so sorry about this. It's got beautiful birds. These are all over one. Y'all, they're all over one. I think, well, what I want to do is also try to chart it so that this alphabet and these motifs could also be stitched over two, because I know a lot of you don't like stitching over one, and that's completely fine because it can be a bit of a pain in the butt. So of course that will make it a lot longer than this. If I make these all big, I'll have to rearrange them a little bit, of course, but that's what I'm thinking about doing, just so you don't have to stitch them over one if you don't want to. There's a little rabbit. He's so cute. Let me see. These pretty blue flowers, those are both over one. This basket's over two. All this alphabet is over two, so be good to go there. Pretty black alphabet. These are two-toned. So I'm hoping when I take this one out of its frame, I'm hoping that it's not glued, because these came from the same collector's collection. They were both reframed sometime before 1950. The back, I'm not entirely sure when they were both reframed, but they were by the same, they were framed in the same frame shop. The back of the red one of EB says that it was sold for $25 in 1950. I'm like, I wish I could have paid $25 for that sucker. But, so, I'm not sure. You know, I'm not actually sure when they were reframed. I think sometime in the 1900s there. Earlier. But, yeah, so I wanted to show you that one so that I can take it out of the frame and start looking at it a little bit closer and trying to gather some colors for it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna chart it with. I need to make, for that one, I'm gonna have to make a trip to the NeedleArts store in Dallas, Texas. That's the closest one to me. It's gonna have to happen for me to find the right colors. I really want the colors to be right because I want to do it right. I want it to look like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna start charting that one and getting my other ones finished and ready to be put on my Etsy shop. And my Sunflower Village will be free, and I'll leave all the links to that below whenever it's ready. If it's not there when this video is uploaded, if you remember to check back, if you really want that stuff, it'll be there eventually. Now, I'm not sure when this video will be uploaded, so it might be there because I do have to go work on some cakes later. And it's gonna take me a minute to figure out how to edit those photos in because I am not good at computers. But so anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today, and scoot away from the camera, sorry. Close up. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you all have a fantastic week, and if you won the giveaways, don't forget to email me so I can get those sent to you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!